Greetings, my name is Chuck Donnelly. I'm working with Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments to demonstrate their Google Earth web browser. Hopefully you've already watched the introductory video that shows how the Google Earth browser works and how to view transportation projects. Here we're going to explore navigation, including using canned tours, which will automatically fly you through the projects. We'll also look at how to use your mouse to navigate, and finally the tools that are embedded with Google Earth. So first the tour. This greatly simplifies the way that you can actually see the proposed projects. We're going to look at the Fillmore project. It's at, plus up the tip by area and Colorado Springs Central, and you can see that it's already turned on. You want to hit that checkbox, and we're going to click on this airplane which starts the tour. So as I click on that, it zooms out to the region for Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments and then zooms in. And notice that as I put the mouse down in the lower left corner, it actually shows the controls for this 3D viewer. There's a slider bar that's moving horizontally across as it moves through the different steps of it. I can pause it at any time by hitting the double lines. I can hit the triangle again to restart it. I can click on this icon that kind of looks like a recycle button. That'll keep it flying through it over and over again, looping in effect the video. And if I want to jump to the start or the end, I can hit these controls at either end. When I'm done with those controls, I can actually close it out by hitting the X. And I could launch another tour that would go to a different location. Now suppose we wanted to look at some details specific to this project. We wanted to go outside the tour that was provided. I have a 3-button mouse. Hopefully you do as well. And the center button is actually a roller bar. And it's a wheel that we can scroll in, and I can pull it towards me or away from me, and I can zoom in and out of the project. Notice that as I get closer, it wants to tip down. Instead of rolling that bar, you can actually place it in the center of the screen and push that down as a button. Don't roll it, push it down and pull it towards you, and that will pull and tip the landscape down. Now I can move that to the right and look northward up I-25 and control it. If I want to tip it a little from the bottom, I put the mouse at the lower on the screen and do my tipping, pulling it towards me. Otherwise, I can put it up higher and I can tip more from the top down. So you've got good control over how you can exactly locate it. Take some practice, but you can start to get good control over how to work the mouse. Now the left mouse button allows you to pan. So I'm doing a left mouse button, and I can go left or right, up or down, and move it in either direction. I don't tend to use the right mouse button, but it helps me with zooming as well, or turning the landscape on a pivot point. So as I move it off to the left, you can see how it works. Finally, there are controls that are embedded with Google Earth, and they're in the upper right corner. If I click on the N right now, it will rotate the entire 3D viewer so that north is up. The other controls are a look control. I'm simply pressing my left mouse button on each one of those. There is a move control, which moves the viewer. And there's a zoom control. Again, I don't tend to use these. If you're comfortable with them, you're welcome to, and you may need some practice in order to get proficient at them. If you're new to Google Earth, if you haven't used the navigation controls, if you haven't done a lot of gaming, perhaps you're not a teenager, perhaps those mouse controls are difficult to manipulate, I encourage you just to hit that tour button, click on the little airplane icon, and let it fly itself. Notice as well that within the interface, down in the bottom, let's minimize some of these, there are area tours. So if you have a particular neighborhood or area that you're interested in, you can go and pick one of those and fly through them as well. Hopefully, this will simplify the process for getting around Google Earth. Frequently, that's an impediment to using it. And again, I encourage you just to go ahead and use those tools.